Hi everyone, it's Chris, back in my cider shed with some more cider to try. And what is it today? Well, it's another one from Kentish Pip. We tried the blend yesterday, the traditional method, champagne method if you like. And now I've got the next one of the champagne methods, traditional methods is what you should say, not champagne method, because it's not made in Champagne, so it's illegal to say champagne method. And it's one I'm really interested, probably more so interested to try because we talk about Kent and culinary apples and so forth. Well, this guy is made from Foxwhelp, and that is a West Country apple. So a West Country apple, it's a bitter sharp, I believe. In fact, yeah, it is a bitter sharp. It can be pretty potently acid, actually. Some of the Foxwhelps I've had have been very, very mouth-watering indeed. But I don't think this is a standard Foxwhelp. I think this is the Broxwood Foxwhelp, which is a little bit different, which is, I'm going to say, medium bitter sharp. So I don't know if it's going to be quite as aggressive as the regular Foxwhelp, but I'm going to find out. But it's got some blurb on here, so I have to peek. It's quite dark in here. It doesn't look so dark because of the lighting I've got, but it's quite hard to read this stuff because I'm facing away from the light. It is. So Broxwood Foxwhelp apples were milled and macerated for 36 hours before pressing, and then fermented slowly at 7 Celsius for 3 months. Conditioned in bottle with additions of Zari and a 2017 blend of Woolton cider apples, followed by a further 6 months on the lees prior to disgorging. We went through the process of this yesterday. I'm not going to do it again. Enticing aromas of red fruit, apple skins and wild strawberry laid over toffee, raisin and an earthy complexity. The taste is bright up front with a sherbet tang of the Foxwhelp, soft integrated tannin and a delicate bitter finish. Enjoy with foods such as roast chicken, tapas, char-grilled veg, charcuterie and cheese. Pretty much anything. Cheese though, we like the cheese. Although, you know, I can be tough on things if they say cheese on the label. And I don't think it goes with cheese. That's my other hat, my cheese hat. So, yeah. So, Foxwhelp. I think it's called Foxwhelp because it was found growing out of a fox's den, earth, whatever you call them. That would make sense. But these are all very, very old varietals, like 17th century and stuff like that. So, the names are kind of like the reasons for the name is lost in the mists of time. But some of them are amazing. I mean, it makes the imagination go crazy with some of these names. Anyway, let's open this. Am I going to get covered in cider? Let's find out. No, I am not. Cool. Because I hate it when that happens. Right, here you go. Let's hold it up. So again, lovely mousse on that. Lovely mousse. I would say fractionally more colour than the one we had yesterday. Just a tad. Just a smidgen. Yeah, it's a little bit more gold, isn't it? I'd say it is a little bit more gold. Obviously bright, because the traditional method is you disgorge the lees and so forth from the neck, and therefore you have a bright beverage, be it cider or wine. So there you go, fine bubbles. Looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to this. Actually, really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it. Obviously too cold because I don't want to have it warm because if it explodes, it's a mess. But at the same time, you don't want it too cold because you can't taste it properly. It is what it is. It is what it is. Right, let's have a sniff. Oh, much richer nose than yesterday's. Yeah, more of that. Yeah. Yeah, a bit deeper, a bit richer, a bit more. Yeah, almost like a macerated apple smell. Something that's like aged a little bit. I'm getting that on the nose. Slightly stone fruity, perhaps. Yeah, it's quite delicate, and there is quite a bright acidity lingering in the back, which reminds me more of like an East Coast sort of cider. But I mean, the Foxwhelp is an acid varietal. I mean, Braxton, what's called Broxwood Foxwhelp. I don't think I've ever, well, not consciously had before. I just said Foxwhelp on the label, so I thought it was just a Foxwhelp. So I'm interested to try this. Had some dessert apples mixed into it. Let's see what they do. Actually, yeah, a little bit of funk on the nose. Actually, a little bit of sort of toffee or something like that. Yeah, I think it said raisins or dried fruit on the label, didn't it? I can go along with that. Yeah, I could go along with that. Certainly something sort of rich and dark and sweet in there. Okay, let's try it. Okay, loads more tannin, but soft, astringent tannins, not leathery, hard tannins on the back. Yeah. So this has got more going on, and there is a hint of like, oh man, like maybe it is dried fruit or raisins or demerara sugar or something like that. Definitely a hint of that in there. So richer, more stringency, more structure, bold acidity. So like a citric lemon acidity. Though what, aged for 3 months, 7 degrees. Might have gone through malolactic. So yeah, possibly a little bit of lactic acid rather than malic acid. Doesn't feel super aggressive. Feels like a very acid yogurt. That's what it feels like to me. And the fact that it's cold is inhibiting the flavour a little bit. Yeah, that astringency, I mean, makes a massive difference. So this still is quite light, and it is quite bold acidity, but there's other things bubbling underneath the surface, which makes me like it a lot more. There's a slight darkness to it, just a little bit, just underneath the surface, and this is cold. I think when it's warmer, those things are going to come more to the fore. And on the nose, so similarly on the nose, you can get that acidity, but there's just that sort of like rounder, richer character, just hovering in the background there, which makes it just a little bit more enticing. Yeah, because the nose is nice. Almost like maybe a little bit of creaminess as well. So, 6.8%. Yeah. So Broxwood Foxwhelp, Jesus Christ, that's not easy. 2019, with Walton Cider Apples 2017 and Zari 2018. So you got 2017 Walton Cider Apples, so a blend of various. There'll be culinary dessert apples. With 2018 culinary apple Zari. I don't know much about it. I can look it up. In fact, I'll look it up. I'll stop the film, look it up, and get back to you. I've got my little thingy so I can look it up. And then the Foxwhelp 2019. So there's different things going on, and actually there are layers to it. So that kind of makes sense. I mean, I don't know, I read that after I drank it, so I'm not being like it's not the power of suggestion. You know, those different things feel like they have added subtle layers to this drink. Still quite delicate, but yeah, it's good. I like it. Right, I'm going to pause it, find out what Zari is, and I'll come back. I'm back. So yeah, Zari apple. So, eaten apple, basically. Yeah. Tangy, zesty, tastes quite traditional, a little bit of tropical hint in the background apparently. Comes from Belgium. There you go. So yeah, eaten apple. Never heard of it though. So, but apparently it's got good levels of juice. Thing about eaten apples is they're harder to press. I don't know if they'll let these go soft, leave them to go soft for a bit, so they're even more pressable. I suppose that's possible, isn't it? Yeah, it's possible. But because like the Foxwhelps, like the cider apples, are more fibrous, so you can press them more easily to extract the juice. But like crisp apples that people like to eat, not so good for pressing. Anyway, there you go. I'm going to enjoy drinking the rest of this. So I'll be back tomorrow. So tomorrow I might do the pet nat version of this, but I've got something else to try. 2 things, in fact, to try. So I might do it tomorrow. All right. If not, tough. All right then. Thanks for joining me, guys. As always, I will see you again soon. And until then, cheers.